people of South Africa, I don't know if you guys are aware that in your conquest, trying to get the land back in the hands of black people, white people are ready and they are willing to protect their lands. They are willing to protect their farms. And if you don't believe me, I'm gonna play a clip of the current Minister of Correctional Services, the leader of the FF Plus political party, him explaining that if black people really want to take back the land, they will have to take it the hard way. And with that being said, that can cause a cold war within the country, and white people are ready for it, they're prepared for it, and it's sending a warning. Of course, this clip is from way back. It's very old. It comes from way back. But do you think he has changed his mind? He still believes it. Take a watch.
I spoke to a lot of landowners, especially farmers, and they are quite clear that it is not a matter of just come and take my land or come and grab the land. And that's why I said, in a very serious note, that if anybody thinks that they will be able to just come and grab the land in South Africa, take the land without compensation, they're actually living in a dream world. And I said then that if you want to start a civil war, then they must just do that. And I'm quite serious when I say that, because I also see it as a responsibility from my side to say to people, stop this irresponsible remarks from the white people have stolen the land, we will take the land must be given, it must be expropriation without compensation, and that's why I said those words in the debate in Parliament.
Are you then suggesting that farmers and white people have mobilized themselves and to prepare themselves for civil war?
No, I don't say that they have prepared themselves for civil war, but they are organized for self-protection. If you look at the spate of farm attacks in South Africa, the communities are organized to protect themselves. And you mustn't see it as an action from the landowner side that will go over to a civil war. It's a matter of they will protect their property. And I mean, if there are people who just want to take the land and just grab the land, then they will protect themselves. And if they're going to do that on a big scale or nationally start with such a land grab, then you will get a situation where they will defend themselves, and that defense can create a situation where we can say that we will be having a civil war in South Africa.
But is that not a fruitless exercise, perhaps, Dr. Groenewald? 5 million white people and, of course, the majority black people in this country. And is that perhaps the correct rhetoric in relation to civil war?
If I heard you correctly, if you say it's not necessary to say this, I agree that it is not necessary to make the rhetoric used by other political parties' leaders, even the President of South Africa, and in numerous previous debates in Parliament, I've asked them to stop this. In fact, I even laid a charge with the Human Rights Commission against President Zuma when he said that. But the problem is they don't want to investigate it. And if you leave these people to just continue with this rhetoric, then you can create such a situation. And that's why I said that they must stop the rhetoric if they want to do it for political gain. This is not a good subject, because it is an emotional subject, to have a political campaign based on land. And that's what I said, that it seems that there is a competition between the ANC and the EFF in the coming election that can say who can make the best promises to the people. And let me also say, people must not be misled. Just to have a piece of land doesn't make you rich. In fact, if you have land, you will have to work that land.
Are you of the view then, Doctor, that the white privileged people will go to war over land in this country?
Well, if you speak to some people, of course, they will take up arms. Let us be honest with each other. I mean, do you really think that landowners will just sit back and say, okay, I won't do anything, you can just take my land or my farm? I think you are very naive if you think that landowners will do that. They will protect themselves, and they have the constitutional right to protect themselves. They also have the constitutional right to protect their property. And therefore, I think people are misleading themselves if they think they will just be able to come and take the land and the landowners will do nothing about it and just sit back.
You just heard him, right? If you want the land, you must be prepared for a cold war as black people. All MK party members, all EFF members who are still dreaming of getting the land back from white people have stolen the land and all of those things. You must be prepared to fight white people. I'm not promoting violence. I'm not trying to instigate violence. I'm just saying there's been a warning, and this warning has been made years back. It has been made here on national news. It has also been made in parliament when Floyd Shivambu was still within the EFF trying to challenge the leader of the VF Plus about the land. He told him blatantly so in parliament, if black people want to get the land, there will be a cold war in South Africa because white people will defend their own. It's their lands. That's what they're entitled to. The constitution allows them to have the land, according to him. As for me, this land issue is very controversial. It's very complex, you know. So I still have many questions to ask the MK party as to, you are fighting for the land. Many questions I have to ask them. EFF, same thing. Plenty of questions to ask them about the land because it's very complex. And white people, they're not just going to give you the land just like that. Land, take the land. Nah. They are going to defend their own. They are already in occupation of those lands. They've invested in those lands. They have vested interest with those lands. Vested interest in South Africa, where those lands are located in. So do you think they will just give it to black people just like that? It will be a delusion, and it will be you ignoring reality to think that white people are just going to give you the land just like that. They won't give it to you just like that. Of course, there's other ways. Constitutionally, you get majority, you become in power, people vote for you, you amend constitutions, you amend certain laws, and then you get the land back. When will that happen? I don't think any political party will ever get majority of votes in South Africa with the way the politics have been programmed currently. I don't think so. Many political parties will have to vote together to get this thing of land back. But it will be a hassle. It will be a very long journey, and many people are not prepared for it. We saw what happened in Zimbabwe about this land thing, and now currently people of Zimbabwe they are facing a lot of challenges because somehow ZANU-PF in the leadership of President Mugabe, they took the land. You know, they took the land by force from these white people, and now we see they were being closed. Those were being closed against them. They were sanctioned. Other countries, unions from all over the world were not willing to do business with the government of Zimbabwe because they took land forcefully. They didn't take it the right way, constitutionally, by law. So I don't know what you guys are going to make out of this. I know the clip is very old. Some people are going to say, this clip yaktala. But do you think this guy has changed his mind? He hasn't changed his mind. He still believes this. He still thinks like this. If he didn't, he would have at least a champion giving back the land. But he doesn't champion it. He's comfortable with the land they have. So, yeah, you saying this clip is old won't mean anything. This guy meant what he said there, and he still means it even today. I guarantee you. But it is what it is. Thank you very much.